Oh, phew-wee. Okay, it said that live streaming wasn't available at the moment, so I get a little bit scared. But I think we're all good. We're all good, we're live. Hey, good evening, everyone. Just check. Yes, wonderful. So, as always, I hope you're all well, and thank you for joining me again, live or not live if you're watching this another time, for another class. We're doing Ashtanga Condensed this evening. I'm sorry about the issues that we had yesterday. I don't know what happened. Possibly my computer overheating. I've restarted my computer, I put it on a different platform, and hopefully there should be no overheating this evening. I'm really, really sorry about that. The video is available. It is a little bit glitchy towards the end, but it is all there. I know some of you lost me completely. I do intend to redo the class tomorrow anyway, but it is available if you want to watch. It's all right. You can look through it and it's all right. You can kind of follow what I'm doing at the end. It's just that my voice goes in and out. It goes a little bit alien every now and then, but it is available to watch. So hopefully, fingers crossed, everything goes smoothly tonight. Like I said a little bit a while ago, it just said live stream not available. I got a bit scared, but yeah, we seem to be all good. So it is 7 o'clock. Let's come to our mats. As always, if you need blocks, grab some blocks, strap. If you're used to using a strap, get a strap. And yeah, we'll come to a comfortable seated cross-legged position to start. And as always with these classes, no judgment, just doing what you can. Some of the stuff is quite difficult, especially in the Ashtanga practice and in my Vinyasa flows as well. So yeah, no judgment, just allowing your body to do whatever it's capable of. Right, we'll settle in. Let's bring our hands into Chin Mudra. We'll close the eyes. And we'll take a few moments here as we prepare for our practice. And as always, just scanning the body first. Looking for any tension, just allow that tension to melt. Taking a moment to notice how you feel. How does the body feel this evening? How is the mind state? The emotional state? And how is the breath? Without changing how you're breathing, just witnessing. And let's soften the forehead, soften the face, the cheeks, the jaw, the shoulders. Finding length through your spine. And when you're ready, begin to activate your Ujjayi breath. So drawing your inhale down into your abdomen, up into the chest and the shoulders, feeling the ribs expand. And as you exhale, the shoulders fall, the chest falls, the abdomen contracts. Constricting the back of the throat slightly so you're making a sound like a distant ocean. you're struggling to make the sound, no worries. Usually it's easier on the exhale, than it is on the inhale. As with everything in yoga, it gets a lot easier over time. And start to slow the breath. Lengthen the inhales, lengthen the exhales. And as you exhale, exhale your breath completely so you feel the contraction in your abdomen, the natural contraction of the bandhas into the pelvic floor. And then we're going to try to keep those bandhas on as we take our inhales now. So creating a vacuum in the abdominal area. Draw the navel in, lift the pelvic floor. And again, contraction of the bandhas is one of the more challenging things to master in the yoga practice. Gently open the eyes. Take the hands forward, shift the weight into the hands. Swing the legs around if you can't get over the feet. Step the feet back and find a high plank position. Inhale here and exhale, lower down. Chaturanga Dandasana, or drop to the knees first if you need to. Inhale, upward facing dog. Open the chest, lift the gaze, and exhale, downward facing dog. Holding our downward dog. As always, feel free to pedal the legs here. Just stretching through the backs of the legs if it's the first downward dog today. And again, just noticing how your body feels right now. Notice your areas of tension. And looking between your hands, inhale, walk the feet to the hands. Feet together, extend through your spine, look up. Exhale, forward fold, head in. Inhale, coming all the way up to standing. Palms touch, gaze to your thumbs. And exhale, hands, heart center, close your eyes. And keep those breaths going. And again, I'm not going to do the opening mantra. Let's all just do an Om together. And just to set up the practice, take an inhale. Exhale. Inhale for Om. Exhale the hands by the side of the body, Samastiti. And we'll do 3 rounds of Surya Namaskar A, 2 rounds of Surya Namaskar B. So again, feet together, big toes touching, strong through the legs. Tuck your tailbone under, find length through your spine. Gazing straight ahead. And inhale, raising the arms, palms touch, gaze up to the thumbs. Exhale, fold forward from the hips, flexion in the spine as you fold. Hands come to the mat, head in, lift the sit bones. Inhale, find extension through your spine, look up. And exhale, stepping the feet back, finding a high plank. Lowering down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Open the chest, lift the gaze. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. One, inhale. Exhale. Two, inhale, fingers spread, palms press the mat away. Exhale. Three, inhale. Exhale. Four, inhale. Exhale. Five, looking between the hands. Inhale, jump or step, feet to hands, feet together, extend the spine, look up. Exhale, forward fold, head in. Inhale to come all the way up to standing. Palms touch, gaze thumbs. And exhale, Samasthiti. And again, Ekam. Inhale, find length through the spine, drive the feet down. Dway, exhale, folding from the hips, heels of the hands down, head in, lift sit bones. Trini, inhale, lengthen through the spine, look up. Jadwari, exhale, jump or step the feet back, high plank and lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Strong legs, lift the thighs. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. One, inhale, navel to the spine. Exhale. Two, inhale, find that length through the spine. Knees can bend here if you need to. Exhale. Three, inhale. Exhale. Four, inhale. Exhale. Five, looking between the hands. Inhale, jump or step, feet to hands, feet together, extend spine, look up. Exhale, forward fold, head in. Inhale to come up, palms touch, gaze thumbs. And exhale, Samasthiti. Last one of A, Ekam, inhale. Dway, exhale, fold. Heels of the hands come down, head in. Trini, inhale, look up, keep the heels of the hands connected. And Chatwari, exhale, jump or step the feet back, high plank, lower down, chaturanga. Pancha, inhale, upward dog, open the chest, look up. Shut, exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. One, inhale, wrap the triceps under. Exhale. Two, inhale, lift sit bones to the ceiling, stretch the legs. Exhale. Three, inhale. Exhale. Four, inhale. Exhale. Five, looking between the hands. Inhale, jump or step, feet to hands, extend the spine, look up. Ashtanga forward fold, head in. Nava, inhale to come up. Palms touch, gaze thumbs. And exhale, Samasthiti. Bend your knees on the exhale, prepare for B. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine, look up. Exhale, plant the hands, jump or step the feet back, high plank, lower down with control, Chaturanga Dandasana. Pancha, inhale, upward dog, open the chest, look up. Shut, exhale, downward dog, left heel pivot straight away, right foot steps forward. Sapta, inhaling, coming up, gaze to your thumbs for your drishti. Exhale, hands back down, step the foot back, and lower down, Chaturanga. Nava, inhale, upward dog. Desha, exhale, downward dog, right heel pivots, left foot steps forward. Ekadasha, inhale. Dwadasha, exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Trayodasha, inhale. Chaturdasha, exhale, downward dog. Inhale. Exhale. One, inhale. Exhale. Two, inhale. Exhale. Three, inhale. Exhale. Four, inhale. Exhale. Five, looking between the hands. Panchadasha, inhale, jump or step feet forward, look up. Shoulder shot, exhale, fold, head in. Saptadasha, bend knees, inhale. Exhale, Samastiti, last one. Ekam, inhale. Dwe, exhale, fold. Trini, inhale, extend the spine, look up. Chatwari, exhale, jump or step the feet back, high plank, lower down. Pancha, inhale, upward dog. Find opening through the front body. Exhale, downward dog. Left heel pivot straight away, right foot comes forward. Sapta, inhale. Ashed out, exhale, Chaturanga. Nava, inhale, upward. Desha, exhale, downward, right heel pivots, left foot comes forward. Ekadasha, inhale. Dwadasha, exhale, Chaturanga. Trayodasha, inhale. Chaturdasha, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One, inhale. Exhale. Two, inhale, check on those bandhas. Exhale. Three, inhale. Exhale. Four, inhale. Exhale. Five, looking between the hands, Panchadasha. Inhale, jump or step feet forward, look up. Shoulder shot, exhale, fold, head in. Saptadasha, bend knees. Inhale, Utkatasana. And exhale. Samastiti. Padangustasana, Padahastasana. Jump or step the feet, hips width apart. Folding forward and catching your big toes, peace, fingers and thumb. Just check that there's external rotation in those shoulders. So as the peace fingers going around the outside of the big toe, thumbs come around the inside. Inhale, find length through your spine, look up. And exhale, folding. Bend the knees as much as you need to here. One. Just check that the weight isn't shifting backwards here, into the heels. Tip the weight forward. Pull the hips over the heels. For 2, 3, and draw the shoulder blades down the back. 4, so elbows shouldn't be out to the side here. They should be pulling back either side of the legs. 5. Inhale, straight arms, straight back, look up. Exhale. Hands come underneath the feet now, palms spacing up, toes touching the arms. Inhale to find length. And exhale to fold. 1. And again, we're keeping that armpit hip connection. Make sure the shoulders aren't squeezing up by the ears. 2. Keep moving with your breath. 3. Every exhale, see if you can pull yourself in a little bit tighter. 4. Can you knit your sit bones together? 5. Inhale, looking up, straight arms. And exhale, Samasthiti. Feet together, hands by your side. Utthita Trikonasana. Ekam. Step back with the right foot. And as always, you want about 3 feet between your feet. So nothing crazy here. Inhale, find length. And exhale, pivot on the heel of the right foot, turn the foot out. Soften the knees as you reach to catch hold of your big toe, peace fingers and thumb. As always, you can use a block here, or you can bring that right hand onto the shin if you're a little bit tight on the hips in the legs. And we're going to peel the body, peel the hips open to the long side of the mat. Lift the gaze, gaze tip of the left hand, holding for 2. Nice and strong through the legs. For 3, see if you can pull that left sit bone down towards that left heel. For 4, 5, exhale, looking down, soften knees. Inhale, press the mat away, come back to your starfish. And exhale to the other side. Pivot on that left heel so the heels remain aligned. Catching big toe, peace, fingers and thumb. And then straightening the legs as much as you can. Peel that body open. Lift the gaze. Gaze tip of the right hand. 1. Strong through your legs. 2. Really connecting through your foundations to the mat. 3. Can you find a little bit more length through your spine, through your lower back? 4. 5, exhale, looking down, soft knees. Inhale, coming back to your starfish. And exhale into B. So the right foot pivots again. We're going to swing the hips around, square them off to the back of the mat. Dive forward, twist. Left hand comes down, outside of that right foot. As always, if you can't get that heel of the hand down, use a block so that you have something to press into. If your balance is a little bit off here, you can take that left foot out a little bit so you've got a wider base, or bring that left hand inside of that right leg. Lift the gaze. Gaze tip of the right hand and hold for 2, 3, chest is forward and up. 4, see if you can internally rotate this left shoulder. Open the back up a little bit more. 5, exhale, looking down to the foot. Soft knees. Inhale, press the mat away as you come back to your starfish. And exhale to the other side. So we're going to square the hips off to the top of the mat, dive forward. Again, use a block if you need to here. Right hand comes down. And the left arm reaches, and we gaze in tip of the left hand for our drishti now. 1. Nice and strong through your foundations. Just check that that back heel isn't lifting. For 2, 3, strong through your legs. Lift the kneecaps. 4, 5, exhale, looking down, soft knees. Inhale, press the mat away, come back to your starfish. And exhale, Samasthiti, top of your mat. We'll do Utthita Pasvakonasana A, Ekam. Step back with the right foot again. A little bit wider with the feet now. So we want a legs distance between the feet, arms up to shoulder height. This is your Ekam position, your position 1. Inhale here. Exhale, pivot on the heel of the right foot, turn the foot out, knee bends over the ankle. Your option 1, elbow drops to the knee, left arm comes underneath and overhead. Peeling that chest, opens the ceiling, gazing tip of the left hand, internal rotation in that left shoulder, so palm is more towards the face. If you're going well, work towards your full posture. Hand can come onto a block, or all the way down onto the mat if the body allows. Just check that this back foot doesn't start to roll to the inside. Keep the hip open. For 3, 4, nice and low through the hips. 5, exhale, looking down. Inhale, press the mat away, come back to your starfish. And exhale to the other side. Knee bends at the ankle. Again, we've got that right foot parallel with the short side of the mat to keep this right hip open. Option to stay on your knee here, taking that right arm and over, or you're going for your full posture. For 2, again, work those hips nice and low. For 3, at the same time, keep pulling this right hip open. For 3, 4, see if you can pull the right shoulder blade in towards the spine and down the back. 5, exhale, looking down. Inhale, coming to your starfish. And exhale, Samasthiti, top of your mat. Coming into bhujapidasana. We'll do let's do A, C, and D. You can step back with the right foot again. So again, those feet are a leg's distance apart. We're going to turn the toes in slightly. Hands are coming straight to the hips this time. Inhale to find length through your spine. And exhale, fold forward. Soften the knees as you fold. Hands come to the mat, shoulder distance apart. Inhale, find length through your spine. And truly exhale, fold. And as always, if those elbows bend, you can start walking the hands back between the legs, but just make sure that the heels of the hands stay connected to the mat, and then press those hands forward to draw the crown of the head closer. Hold for 2. Just check that we're lifting the inner arches of the feet here. For 3, we're not locking out the knees. Little micro bend in the knees. Use your leg strength to lift. For 4, 5. Inhale, straight arms, straight back. Exhale there, flex your spine, look to your navel, hands come to your hips. Inhale to roll all the way up, chin to the chest. As you unwind, keep that spine flexed. And exhale. Coming straight into C. Inhale, arms to a T. Exhale, interlace the fingers behind the back. Inhale, shoulder blades together, hands away. And exhale, folding forward again from the hips. Soften your knees as you fold. And again, the crown of the head comes towards the mat. And we're taking the arms overhead towards the floor behind us. And depending on how tight you are on the shoulders, sometimes the arms don't move very far away from the back here. This is all good. Just keep working into your shoulder extension. 2. So keep the shoulder blades together. Keep sending those hands as deep as you can. Use your breath every exhale. 4, 5. Look into the navel at the tail of that exhale. Inhale to roll all the way up. And exhale. Inhale, fly the arms high. Hyperextension. Send the hips forward. Open the chest. Exhale, hands back to the hips. For D. Inhale, find length through your spine. And exhale, folding forward from your hips and catching your big toes, peace, fingers, and thumb. If you can't get to the big toes, no worries. You can just take previous position, hands to the mat or to a block, or you can take the legs here. Inhale, find length through your spine. Exhale, pulling on those toes, pull the crown of the head down. And we're holding for 1. And again, just check in. We've got that armpit hip connection. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. Find that space. Find that length. For 2, 3, 4. Keep moving with that breath. 5. Inhale, straight arms, straight back, look up. Exhale, look to your navel, hands come to your hips. Inhale to roll all the way up. And exhale, we'll step back to Samasthiti, top of your mat. Let's leave it there. We'll come into our balance. Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. So jumping or stepping the feet, hips width apart, catching the waist. You're going to gaze to a fixed point ahead on the floor or on the wall. As always, if you're going full posture, you're going to straighten the leg as much as you can, or we've got some variations in there for those that are new to the Ashtanga method. So when you're ready, inhale, we'll bend the right knee, Reach the right hand around the outside of the leg to catch the big toe if you can, or you're here in variation. If you have that big toe, on your exhale, engage abdomen and straighten the leg as much as you can. Hold for 1. Nice and strong through that standing leg. For 2. Soften shoulders, soften face. 3. Can you find a little bit more strength in that standing leg? 4. 5. Inhale. Coming up, if you fold it over that leg, exhale, leg opens to the right. Pause for drishti, drishti to the side, gazing over your left shoulder if you can. If it sends you too much off balance, just keep gazing to a fixed point ahead. Hold for 1. And if you have a big toe, this leg is straight. For 2. Again, we can be here, this is all good. For 3, just working into that inner groin. 4. Keep breathing, keep that breath going. 5. Inhale, leg comes back in. Exhale, head comes towards the knee. And inhale, straightening up, hands come to the hips. And straighten that right leg. 1. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Bend the knee to release. Left side. Have a breather. We'll take a couple breaths here. And then we'll set up for the left side. Bending your left knee, taking hold of the big toe, or again, you're taking your variation. And as you exhale, if you have that big toe, straighten the leg as much as you can. 1. Stay with that breath. 2. Deep ujjayi breathing. Check the length in the spine. For 3. Really feel that connection between the right foot and the mat. 4. Root down. Press into the mat. 5. Inhale. Exhale. Leg opens to the left. Pause for drishti to the right if you're going well. 1. Nice and strong through this leg. 2. Just check that that glute is on, that the hip isn't sticking out. 3. 4. 5. Inhale, leg comes back in. Exhale, head comes towards the knee. And inhale, releasing the leg or the foot and holding it up. 1. 2, check those bandas are on. 3, check the hips aren't moving forward. 4. And 5, bend the knee, release. Good stuff, a little bit difficult, I know. Building strength in those legs and increasing our concentration, improving our balance. We'll come into Utkatasana, Virabhadrasana A and B through a full sun salutation. Samastiti, top of the mat. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, fold. Trini, inhale, lengthen through the spine. Chatwari, exhale, jump or step the feet back and lower down, Chaturanga. Pancha, inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Sapta is jump or step, feet to hands, feet together, knees together, and coming straight into our posture. Utkatasana. So shift the weight into the heels, sinking low, finding length through the spine, through the body. For 1, gaze up to your thumbs for your drishti. 2, if our arms are here, this is all good. Just working into the shoulders. For 3, 4, 5, exhale, folding forward. Your chance for your up, your tuck handstand if you wish. Or we're going to inhale, find length through the spine. And exhale, step the feet back, high plank, lower down. Inhale, upward dog. Open the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left heel pivot to line, right foot steps forward. Sapta, inhale, coming up into your warrior 1. Your Virabhadrasana. palms touch, gaze to your thumbs. 1, drive into that right heel. 2, work on opening through this left hip. For 3, working on driving the weight to the outside of that back foot. For 4, 5. Inhale, straighten the right leg, pivot on the heels. Switch the feet to the other side. And exhale. Left knee bends over the left ankle. And square your chest off to the back of the mat. For 2, 3, working length through the spine. 4, drop the head back, gaze to your drishti, your thumbs. 5, opening the arms and the hips now, the long side of the mat as we come in to our warrior 2, Virabhadrasana maybe. 1, gaze over tip of the left hand. 2, working through these hips. 3, you can see if you can lift the inner arch of that back foot. 4, notice what happens in that right hip when you do. 5, inhale, straighten the left leg, pivot on the heels, keep the arms up if you can. And exhale, right knee bends over the right ankle. Gaze tip of the right hand. And just check that you're not diving forward, really common here. For 1, keep the shoulders over the hips. Work through those hips. For 2, soft shoulders. Make sure they're not up by the ears. For 3, drive into that right heel. 4, 5, exhale, windmill the hands either side of the front foot. Again, your chance for a kick handstand if you wish. Or we're just going to step that right foot back to meet the left. Find your high plank and exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And we'll come to sit. Inhale, jump step or kneel through to a seated straight-legged position. So coming into Paschimottanasana. Feet together, legs strong, toes pulling back towards the body. So we're facing the top of the mat. Let's find Dandasana just to begin with. So this, just checking, the shoulders are back, shoulder blades drawing down the back, the chest is open. And we'll come into our Paschimottanasana now. Inhale, find length. Draw the navel in as you exhale, folding forward from your hips. And again, just check in that chest doesn't collapse here. You can take one hand on the abdomen, one hand on the chest. As you fold forward, just check that those hands stay away from each other. As soon as they start to come together, hold it there. You can take the shins, the ankles, catch the big toes if you can get to the big toes. Or we can use the strap. Inhale, find length. And exhale, fold. And think about the integrity of the upper back. Keep sending the heart forward. Your drishti, your gaze point is your big toes. For 1. Unless you're flat, you can rest your head on your shins. 2. And keep pulling the shoulders away from the ears. 3. 4. 5. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, release. Coming into Pavottanasana, taking the hands a foot's distance behind the back. Fingers facing towards the body, pointing the toes now. Preparing to lift the hips up, dropping the head back if it feels okay in the neck. If it doesn't, keep chin to the chest. This is just working into our shoulder extension. If it's too much, as always, you can come into reverse tabletop. Bringing the feet onto the mat, bending the knees 90 degrees as we lift the hips up here. Let's see how we get on with the full posture. When you're ready, inhale, lift the hips up and drop the head back. 1, 2, 3, open the heart, lift the chest. 4, 5, exhale, chin to the chest and lowering down. We'll come straight into hip opening. Let's bend the right knee, heel towards the buttock. Knee falls out to the side, sole of the right foot onto the inner left thigh. As always, if you're working into your half lotus, pick that right foot up and take your Ardha Padma Paschimottanasana, bringing that right foot into your half lotus position. Or you can be here with the ankle just above the left knee. Left leg is strong. Inhale. Exhale, folding forward. Just the same as in our forward fold. Try to keep that upper back nice and strong. Inhale, lengthening. And exhale, fold. 1. And again, take in wherever feels good for you. You can take the wrist, take the left wrist if you can. For 2. Strong through this left leg, keep pulling the toes back. For 3. 4. Moving with that breath. 5. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, releasing the posture. We'll come straight into the left side. Straighten the right leg, then the left knee. Knee falls out to the side for your Janushasana A, or you're taking your Ardha Padma Paschimottanasana. Inhale, strong in that right leg. Exhale, folding forward. And again, take the foot, the ankle, the shin, wherever feels good. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to press a little bit deeper if you can. 1. 2. Just keep moving with that breath. 3. Even if we're here, this is all good. Use the strength in the outer left leg to draw that knee down. 4. 5. Inhale, lift the gaze, and exhale, release that posture. Let's come straight into Marichyasana A. Right knee bends, heel to your buttock. Align heel with sit bone, palms distance between the foot and the thigh here. That left leg nice and strong again. Inhale, find length. Exhale, we're folding forward inside of that right leg. As always, your option 1, use that left hand on the mat to propel yourself forward. You can sit on a block here as well. If you have a little bit of posterior pelvic tilt, if the weight is shifting backwards. And we can just be here working into our forward fold and pulling that knee into the side body. If you're going well, you take your bind, internal rotation in that right shoulder to catch the opposite hand behind the back. Inhale, finding length. Again, you can use a strap here. And exhale to fold. And hold. 1. That left leg stays strong. 2. 3. Drive that left sit bone down. 4. 5. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, releasing the posture, straighten the right leg and bend the left knee. Heel to the buttock. Get it in nice and close. The closer this heel is in, less we have to get around in our bind if we're binding. No worries if we're not. We can work on our variation. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward again inside of that left leg. Reach towards that right foot. Take your bind if you're going well. Inhale and exhale. And move with that breath. Use the breath. Always using the breath in your yoga practice. For 2, never fighting the breath. Inhale to find length. Exhale to push deeper if you can. For 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift gaze. Exhale, releasing the posture. Let's come into our twist. Marichyasana C. Right knee bends, heel to the buttock again. Align heel with sit bone. So setup is exactly the same as your Marichyasana A. Right hand comes behind the back. As always, just be mindful that we're not leaning into that right hand too much here. It's just to steady us. Keep the weight in the hips. Inhale, open the body up alongside of the mat. As we exhale, rounding down. So trying to find a little bit of flexion in your spine here. That left elbow can hook outside of the right knee here. This is one variation, or we can just be here with hand on the knee, gazing over that right shoulder. As always, if you're working into your bind, take that left hand behind the back. Again, it's internal rotation in that left shoulder, catching the opposite hand in a finger palm or wrist bar. Inhale, roll, find length, and exhale, twist a bit more. For 2, keep the navel drawn in, find those banders. For 3, keep that left leg nice and strong. 4, 5. Inhale, look to the front. And exhale, release from the posture. Coming straight into the left side. Bend the left knee, heel to the buttock. And again, left hand behind the back, right hand onto that knee. Inhale, open the body up, find length. And exhale, soften the abdomen, round down. Elbow hooks outside of that right knee. And as always, if you're going well, you can try to find your bind. Internal rotation in that right shoulder, taking the opposite hand behind the back. Inhale. And exhale. 1. Steady the breath, breathe into the upper back. 2, trying to grow with every inhale. 3, trying to twist a bit deeper with every exhale. 4, 5. Inhale, look to the front. Exhale, releasing the posture. I'm going to come into a variation of Marichyasana D. Marichyasana D is quite an intense, quite a strong posture. It requires a lot of work towards, a lot of practice before we can actually make the posture. So the variation that I'm going to give you is you're going to bring the left ankle just above the right knee. So D is a hip opener as well as a twist at the same time. The left ankle above the right knee, we're going to bend the right knee and come into a seated pigeon posture. So keeping the hand behind the back, chest is nice and open. Just work until you can find that stretch in that left hip. So you don't need to bring your foot right the way in, just to that point that feels good in your body. Then we're going to bring that right hand a little bit further behind the back just to counterweight us, and bring the left hand on to the right foot. We can take the right knee. If you're going well, if that foot is a bit closer, we can hook the elbow around the outside, around the sole of that foot. And we're just going to twist again and gaze over your right shoulder. Staying for 2. A little bit intense. For 3, just do what you can. 4, try to keep the chest open, keep working through the hips. 5, inhale, look to the front, and exhale, release from the posture. So that's probably one of my favorite variations for Marichyasana D. We're coming to the other side. Bend the right knee falls out to the side. And again, maybe this is you. Maybe you're twisting from here. This is fine. Don't need to bring that foot up if it's a little bit too much for your knees. If you're very tight in the hips, just stay here, working into your twist at the same time as opening your hip. Otherwise, we're bringing that left foot as close to us as feels comfortable. The left hand comes behind the back. The right hand comes onto the foot. You can take the knee, the shin. Elbow can come onto the foot here. This is all good. And we'll stay for 2. Keep the banders on. Navel draws to the spine. For 3. And as always with the twist, move with the breath. 4. Every exhale, see if you can twist into the upper back a bit more. 5. Inhale, look to the front. Exhale, releasing from the posture. Option to take a vinyasa if you wish to. Easiest way is to cross your legs. You can pick up or you can take your hands in front, shift the weight forward and step the feet back, finding a high plank. Exhale as you lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And inhale to jump or step through to a seated, straight-legged position. And we'll come into Navasana, bow pose. We're just going to do 2 rounds of 5 breaths. Nothing too funky at the end, no worries. As always, bending your knees, finding that squishy bit, that balance between sit bones and coccyx. Hands underneath the thighs for your option 1 is here. We're going to hold for 1. Release the legs if it feels good. 2, lift the legs a bit higher if you're going well, if you feel good. For 3, straighten the legs for full bow pose. 4, 5, exhale, cross the legs, hands either side of the body. Inhale, pick the bum up or try. Exhale, lower the bum back down. Last round, inhale. 1. And again, we can be here, we can be here, we can be here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Catch the big toes. And hold for 1. If you're going well, point the toes, drop the head back. For 2, again, we could be here, this is all good. For 3, 4, 5, catch the outsides of the feet, close to the heels. 1, pull yourself in, shoulder blades down the back. 2, 3, so it's a forward fold, balancing on our sit bones. 4, 5, exhale, release. Good. If you want to take a vinyasa, your vinyasa, or feel free to rest. Cross your legs, hands in front for your easy vinyasa. Lift the hips up, step the feet back, high plank, and lower them. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And let's walk the hands towards the feet. We'll come to squat. So we're going to have a go at some hand balancing. So bhujapidasana is the full posture. It's shoulder pressure posture, bhujapidasana. It requires you to have a tight forward fold. So if you're going well with your forward fold, you can give this a go. Otherwise, we're going to do crow pose for our variation. So come into your bhujapidasana. I want you to be really, really mindful of your hand position, first and foremost. I've seen some students turn their hands back as they're coming into this. It's really, really dangerous. If you fall out, potential wrist breakage, hand breakage, we don't want that to happen. So be really, really mindful if you're coming into your bhujapidasana. There's a few stages of bhujapidasana that we can try. We'll be giving it a go for about 5 minutes, so you can just work to wherever feels good for you, or you can work into crow pose, which I'll come to in a second. Bhujapidasana. So to set up, we come to stand. This is the easiest way in. When you're going well, you would jump through your vinyasa, jump in the legs around the shoulders to come into your bhujapidasana. But this is the easiest way in. So you're going to fold forward. So it's a forward fold. You're going to take the hands through the legs and then catch hold of the ankles. So the between the thumb and the index finger goes onto the backs of the ankles. You're going to lift the right heel up, put the shoulder underneath the knee, bring the heel back down. Lift the left heel, shoulder underneath the knee, back down. And then we're staying here. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Legs squeeze onto the shoulders. Remember, it's shoulder pressure posture. This is your stage 1. Maybe you want to work the shoulders a little bit further underneath those knees. And again, you can stay here, squeeze, 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 position 1. If you're going well, I'm going to try and turn it around. We still bend the knees, keeping that pressure on the shoulders. Bring the hands onto the mat. Remember, the fingers are facing towards the feet. They're not facing back. Really important. Then we start to sit back into those hips, and hopefully the feet lift. This is your hair in my mouth, and this is your first stage of your bhujapidasana. If you're going well, the feet cross. The right leg crosses over the left. And we can stay here, position 2. I'm not going to go any further. Position 3 is we start to fold forward. But this is fine just to find our balance. So if you say posture, if you lose balance, most of the time, you're just going to fall back onto your bum. The fingers are facing forward, so it's really, really safe. Keep trying that one into that one. Otherwise, crow pose. So crow pose is probably one of the first hand balances that we come into in the yoga practice. With our crow, we want those fingers spread and the hands shoulder distance apart. In any kind of hand balancing, it requires flexibility in the wrists. Our wrists need to be at least right angles, really, or a little bit more to come into our hand balancing. So our option 1 is just to be a little squat, making sure those fingers are spread, making sure we're sending the weight through the index, the thumb side of the hand. Really, really important. Feeling that connection between your hands and the mat. And step 1 is just to start to rock forwards into those hands. So we're here, rocking forwards. And again, we're just working into that flexibility in the wrist. Let me put these lights on, I think getting a bit dark. Much better. So working forwards into the wrists here. That's your stage 1. If the wrists feel okay, any point as you're practicing this, you can counterpose the wrists and give them a shake, whatever feels good. Your stage 2 is you start to tip a little bit more weight into the wrists. So we're bending the elbows, a little bit of a 90-degree in the elbows. Just be mindful when you're doing your hand balance that the elbows don't start to come out to the side. It's going to put a lot of pressure into the outside of the wrists. So keep wrapping the triceps under. Try to keep the shoulders, the elbows, wrist distance apart as you're moving forward here. Second stage, elbows bend a little bit to create a little shelf for those legs. Legs come onto the backs of the arms. And again, we're just tipping forward, just sending a little bit more weight into the hands, into the wrists. Any kind of hand balancing is sure to get you nice and warm. If you're feeling a little bit cold, working at home, just warm your wrist up a little bit, then have a go at some hand balancing. Really, really good. Getting the circulation going. Step 3 is we start to bring the knees a little bit further onto the backs of the arms. Some of you at home now have been in bhujapidasana or a crow pose for quite a few minutes. So well done you if you're holding that crow pose. If you keep trying, just come out and try again. As with everything in yoga, the more we try, the more we practice, the better we become, the easier it becomes in the posture, the more elegant we become in our practice. Next stage is the knees come onto the backs of the arms a little bit more, and we're tipping the weight forward. So maybe you're lifting one leg up, bringing it back down, lifting the other foot up, bringing it back down. And maybe this is our crow or our crane. So crow is with the arms more bent, crane is with the arms straight. And again, this is just working a little bit more into the strength in the wrists, feeling that movement through the legs, what the legs need to do as we move more into our crow. If we're going well and we've made it to our crow, remember when you're doing your crow, just look forward slightly. Try not to look down. My teacher says you'll go in the direction that you look. If you're looking down, that's more likely the place that you're going to go. You're going to fall forward. So keep the chin lifted slightly. And try to find length in your spine, opening through your chest as you're moving into this posture. If you manage to find your crow or your crane, we jump back into our chaturanga to start our vinyasa. So it's good to have a go if you make it into your crane or into your crow. So hands nicely positioned on the mat. Let's find our crow pose. Lifting up. We'll hold for a few breaths here. Finding crow. And as we exhale, sending the feet back and landing in chaturanga. Inhale into your upward. Exhale into your downward. And inhale, jumping or stepping through to a seated position. How did we all get on? Yeah, sometimes good, sometimes bad, sometimes it works, sometimes we fall out. Again, it doesn't matter as long as we keep going. You can use a block as well in crow pose. You can bring your head onto a block, and that will help you just find that tipping point and then work on bringing the head away from the block. I didn't use a block when I started my crow. I just took it really naturally. Just waited for the strength to come in my arms, waited for my wrists to become a little bit more flexible. And yeah, just take your time. It doesn't matter where you get. So let's come into a little bit more hip opening before we finish the session and come to Shavasana. So let's come into Baddha. One of the most fundamental postures in yoga practice, in my opinion. So as always, if the knees are behind, then we can just cup the feet. Work into opening the chest, shoulders away from the ears. If your hips are a little bit more open, start to open the soles of the feet up to the ceiling like you're reading a book. And use the leg strength here. If you engage the outer glutes, if you engage the legs, you'll peel the hips open a little bit more. And again, think of the integrity in the upper back. Inhale, find length, find opening through the chest. And exhale, folding forward, keeping that spine nice and long. And we'll hold for 1, 2. The drishti in this posture is the tip of the nose. If it doesn't send your head a little bit funny, then you can look to the tip of the nose. For 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, release the posture. Let's come into wide-legged Konasana. And again, we just want a leg's distance between the feet, no box splits. Here, finding your sit bones, and again, we can be here, finding your sit bones, and again, we can be on blocks for both of these postures. Baddha and Upavista Konasana. You can sit on a block to help get the hips forward. Inhale, find length, shoulders away from the ears, chest open. Exhale, move the chest forward. So we're moving the hips rather than rounding through the spine. Take the shins, you can take the ankles, you can take the outsides of the feet if you're going well for the full posture. Inhale, find length. And exhale, fold. And try to keep the chin lifted. So I always think, point ahead and try to get my chin towards that point. That will stop me collapsing the chest. If you collapse the chest, if you keep pushing forward, you're going to find more length here. And we'll hold for 2 again. Think of those shoulders, move them away from the 5. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, releasing the posture. We'll bring the feet back together and we'll come to lie down with control. And bringing the hands by the hips. Let's bend the knees, bring the heels to the buttocks for 1 round of bridge or full back bend, Urdhva Dhanurasana. So ankles underneath the knees, hands by the hips, shoulder blades under the back. And inhale, lift the hips up, all the whole body off the mat. And we'll hold. Working into the front of the hips for 1. If you're in your bridge, squeeze your glutes. For 2, if you're in full back bend, see if you can release the glutes a bit. For 3, open through the chest. 4, press those heels down. 5, exhale, lowering down. Hug the knees into the chest. And we'll rock forwards and backwards, going back position. Let's come into a simple cross-legged position. Or you can take half lotus if it's in your practice, full lotus if it's in your practice. Inhale, half lotus if it's in your practice, full lotus if it's in your practice. Inhale. Exhale. Let's take the hands behind the back. Catch hold of opposite elbows, or taking the wrists, or taking the wrists. Inhale. And exhale, folding forward. If you're in full lotus, you can work into your bhujapidasana, catching your big toes with your peace fingers and thumb. For 2, keep the sit bones down. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, hands into chin mudra. Inhale to find length through the spine. Exhale, drop chin to the chest. Gaze tip at the nose, or you can close your eyes here. 1. Slow the breath. Navel is in. 3, pelvic floor is lifting. 4. 5. We'll stay a couple more breaths. 6. 7. Inhale, lifting the gaze. Then you've worked hard enough, or miss out Utputihi or else it will come straight to our final posture, Ashavasana. Taking your heels as wide as your mat. Come to lie down with control. Flexing through your spine. Check those bandages are on as you come to lie down. And take up space with the arms, palms facing up. If you have a blanket, my suggestion is you take your blanket and you wrap yourself up to stay nice and toasty throughout your Shavasana. Take up space with the arms, chest nice and open. Releasing your ujjayi breath and releasing your bandhas. Surrender your body to the earth. Maybe give the jaw a wiggle. Just check there's no tension in your face. Allow your body to melt, melt, melt. As we let go of our practice. Just bringing your awareness to your natural breath. Notice the subtle movements in the body from the breath. The breath is your life force energy, your prana. in yoga can help us to breathe a little bit more efficiently. And the breath is the key to the immune system. Through our yoga practice, through our breath control, we help build a stronger immune system, stronger lungs. And as you're resting here, this breath, go back to another area. It's a good rule of thumb. I'm going to take a deep inhale now. Exhale the breath, completely connect the navel to the spine. Inhale the breath into the heart space. And exhale the breath into the fingertips, the toes. You start to wiggle the fingers and toes. You bring in movement back to the body, rotating the wrists and the ankles, moving the limbs. Bringing the legs together, taking the arms overhead for a full body stretch. And the knees into the chest, give yourself a squeeze. Gratitude for your health, your wellness, gratitude for the love of nature. And let's go ready. And joining me in a comfortable seated cross position when you're ready. We'll bring our hands into Anjali Mudra at our heart center when we're there. And close the eyes, reconnect with breath. Let's finish with the sacred sound Om and 3 chantus. Exhale. Inhale for Om. Shanti, 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 hands to our heads with kindness in our thoughts, to our words, from my heart to your heart. And thank you, it's quarantine times. Thank you for continuing to join me in the evenings for your yoga practice. I hope you're feeling a bit. Didn't glitch as much today as it did yesterday. I can hear my computer that you stayed with me this time. That is Sally. Is it Sally? Oh, thank you, Sally. Thank you. So hopefully we made it. We didn't glitch too much. so thank you guys. Thank you for joining me. Stay safe, and I will be back tomorrow with another Vinyasa flow class. Thank you for joining me. Stay safe, and I will be back tomorrow with another Vinyasa flow class. Please breath and your going on in your body class. As always, please, if you enjoyed